African vibration.
Greetings and welcome to the African Vibration, a critique of African consciousness through the eyes of a conscious African. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the African.
African vibration.
Africans are the oldest and original human beings. There are traces of us all over the world. Therefore, we are indigenous to the earth. We are composed of stardust, so that would make us aliens. And we have traversed the universe and migrated to and from every corner of the world. So we are cosmic immigrants.
African.
Those within the community of consciousness have heard these talking points or claims before. I'm just another voice who would like to share my perspective.
African vibration.
When it comes to justice and the laws of the land, at this particular junction in time and space, these laws seem to be designed to dispense injustice upon indigenous Black African people. And in general, the indigenous Black African people tend to be in a constant state of disorder and chaos. This is why we are descendants of law and order, because we have fallen from the mandates and the directives of our ancestors. We have fallen below the standards of law and order, which is a reflection of the laws of nature established by our ancestors and authorized by the divine. Check it.
African.
Not only did we use these divine laws or principles of nature for social structure, we also utilize these laws for creative expression, creating art, which is a reflection of creation, a hidden passage to the Creator.
African vibration.
The definition of civilization is a high level of human, social, cultural, and technological development and organization. The idea of a society with social institutions and technology organized in a way to facilitate the social interactions of groups of people started as a thought in the mind of an African. Check that.
African.
African is the person. African is the history. African is the uniform of the spirit.
African.
Vibration is the energy. Vibration is the math and science. Vibration is the breath of creation.
Vibration.
It is the vibration that drives manifestation.
African vibration.
Equilibrium, as defined in physics, is a state in which opposing forces are balanced. Opposing forces are balanced. To the indigenous Black African, these opposing forces are love and hate. We love our mother, we hate our father. We love freedom, we hate responsibility. We love our oppressors, we hate ourselves.
African.
Check it.
African.
Equilibrium, as defined in chemistry, is a process and its reverse occurring at equal rates, resulting in no change. To the African, these processes are construction and destruction. We have constructed some of the greatest societies, monuments, and works of art known to man. And we have let greed, envy, hate, and disobedience destroy our inheritance to these achievements. Check it.
African.
And it is from these points of origin that a disturbance was and is necessary to disrupt the equilibrium and bring life to the flat line. Love and hate are not equals, and it is time for some fundamental changes.
African.
Africans are the accumulation of millions of years of existence, a million years of genetic expression, a million years of epigenetic transformation, the modification of genes based on environments and behaviors. This millennial of information, in theory, makes us the latest and greatest version of creation if we were created in its image.
Afrikan vibration.
Check this. We were and are so close to the Supreme Being, the all-powerful and ever-present force of the universe, that we made the mistake to think that we are equal or even greater than the force.
Afrikan.
Our arrogance has ripped us away from the source and left us vulnerable to be dominated by a people who are a physical manifestation of our lower selves. Check that.
Afrikan vibration.
The indigenous Black African is a complex and diverse people, composed of many schools of thoughts, subcultures, and ideologies. We are a collection of different vibes, which reflect our past, explain our present, and determine our future. Whatever frequency you tune into, make sure the station is clear and you resonate with the music.
Vibration.
You will vibe with your tribe. The indigenous Black African community that you dedicate your time and energy and effort to should add value to the life of you and yours, just as you are adding value to that community. The foundation, principles, and mission of the community, juxtaposed to your own personal foundation, principles, and mission, will determine the value of the relationship.
Afrikan vibration.
People are different, families are different, communities are different, and cultures are different. And these differences should be respected. Lions and hyenas don't belong in the same vicinity. Their energies will clash. There are spaces Africans should not be in, and there are spaces that should be exclusively African.
Afrikan
We are currently in a cultural warfare, and each culture has allies and enemies.
vibration.
In times of war, your enemy's friend is your enemy. Check it.
Afrikan vibration.
I do not subscribe to victimhood, but the indigenous Black African may be a victim of infinite wealth and abundance. We have access to unlimited natural, spiritual, mental, and social resources. But the enemy of abundance is waste. And we have and are wasting time, energy, and effort searching for this elusive abstraction called success outside of ourselves, creating conditions of scarcity. Check it.
Afrikan.
The indigenous Black African is coming into a new age, a period of cooperation and collaboration, an age of information that can be used to shift paradigms and build realities at quantum speeds. Whatever we want, we can get it. Whatever grievance we have can be addressed. And all this can be done without referencing or going through any other culture or community.
Afrikan
Adhering to the values, principles, and laws that our indigenous Black African ancestors created without the influence of any other culture will guarantee victory. And victory is our self-determination. Check that.
Afrikan vibration. Afrikan vibration. Vibration.